Alright. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You'll occasionally switch between lead characters witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. Cool. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Yeah, the sun stopping's probably not good. Trigger at me.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðanbor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
I guess we arrived just in time. You arrived just in time. I just said that. No, just need to put down. Okay. La pepper, pepper, no. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. There's a check mark to continue. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Yeah, okay. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The Horned Allies are a race of giants called Val, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Click the tile you want to move to, and click the check mark to confirm. Your shield banger here to set him up in ranks. Oh, I see. So I can actually move into the yellow ones. Oh, I wonder why they're yellow. Alright, T-Deville. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, dude. check mark to confirm. Okay. To target an enemy, click the tile on which they stand. Allied tiles are blue, the enemies are red. Target this enemy now by clicking his tile. Well, what do the numbers mean? You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon, 2 to 5, show the damage you will do to that stat. Strength counts as health and damage. A loss of 2 strengths now means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Oh, AoE favoured combat. I love combat like this. Hey Naughty Pint, we just finished. We sent the purple tentacle in an envelope off to Siberia. Armor blocks strength damage, but can reduce by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open up to take more damage in the future. This enemy only has a strength of 5 remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Click the fist now to attack his strength, then confirm your choice. The end was good. Yeah, it's really funny, no fine. We're gonna have deaths? That's okay. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. It's experience. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you're outnumbered. Okay, so you're not favoured to kill anyone, and especially with AoE-based, like strength-based, health-based strength, AoE favours you, so you don't want to kill people, you want to reduce their health as much as possible each turn. Especially with alternating combat. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By clicking the gold tiles, the character can move further than usual at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemy show how close you'll have to be in range. Move your Warhawk into range to attack now. That's going to cost me 2 willpower. Standard attacks only affect single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk's tile to access his ability. Clicking your character's tile will bring up all of his combat options, including move, ability, attack, and end turn. Click the purple ability icon. Ability description appears in the tooltips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Select an enemy, confirm your choice. Off with their heads. That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there are only 1 enemies left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to gain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Click the chieftain's tile to attack. Click the fist, and the stars above the fist, and then the stars above the fist to add willpower. The number of stars available each turn is determined by your exertion stat. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click a star and the green check mark to kill this enemy. Victory! Something.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal. I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Okay. We fight. What's up, Pep? You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. I'm just going to call him Eric. Uben, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. Seems a bit chaotic around here, Eric. It's been worse. We've got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Scalfings. He didn't hack up in the Great Hall, scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. I was hoping you'd join me in the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Okay. I mean, we wouldn't be going anywhere else, would we? Let me handle this. We meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Coloured canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Hard, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfings chieftain bled out an hour ago, Hard. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. I don't talk to... They don't talk to me. Huh. Eric, need some help here? And I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Had sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? I mean... Is he trying to... I mean... I kind of want to pay him. Because I don't want to be a jerk. But he's being a jerk, and I don't want to just give him money. But we do get a trinket, right? Or should we just intimidate him? Should we be... What? His eyes are moving and blinking. Has everyone gone Lucas? He's blinking too. Okay, whatever. Make my Ewoks blink. Intimidating. You motion gun off your enormous bodyguard, who looms over the man like a snake over a mouse. Gods, Eric. Laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Scalfings? Nobleman up by East Wall. That was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel. Disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Gun elf. Are we done here? Gun elf? Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? Nope. Just bought them while you were walking around. Why? You look like a frog. Better than an eggplant. Oh, he's picking on us. Gun elf goes over to look at more stalls. Because we're a bit tubby as well, right? Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. The blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a Scalfing. If they're licking their wounds, they're probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall. We should have told him he looked good. Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these scowls in the ground. I'm gonna find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Okay, so we can go to the mead house? Anywhere else? You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears, with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get it over with. That's the spirit, says Valgard. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Scalfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Three on 7, eh? You guys, all 4. Okay. Do I get to choose where they go? Is that what's happening? I'm picking where they start? Blocks damage and strength and armor for 1 round. Gives willpower to allies at any range. This will be interesting. And he's got a lot of do you want to spread them out? I don't know if I want to spread them out or keep them close. Let's go like this. How far can they move? Do they get willpower? Oh, they've got willpower. Alright, so who's up first? That guy, he can't make it in time. And then it's us. Oh, Let's sit then. Who's next for them? Okay. Oh, you can't attack diagonal. Boo. Alright, who's next? He might walk up. Okay. And we don't get to attack diagonal. I left that guy out in the open though. Although I don't think they get to him. Alright, let's walk up to this guy then. And let's attack his... And that kills him. May as well kill him then. Achievement unlocked. Warhawk. There we go. Ow. Jerk. You can go here. An extra pip, yep. Use your ability. Oh, he's far back. We're not going to get to him. That guy, alright. Attack for 1? You don't attack very well. Okay. Yeah, we might need to think about moving you out of there, Eric, because you're a weakling. Can we walk to him? Not even close. Although if we kill that guy, he goes next. He's kind of stuck there, but... He's tried. He is trying. He's interesting. Alright. You jerk. He just one behind him, I like it. He's kind of in the way. I won't get to him. I can get him. But he's not really much of a threat. No, that's fine. That's my dude. Stop hitting my dude. Alright. Weakling the weakling. What's your abilities? Give willpower? Hey Pep, what's up? Down, Pep. Down. No, Pep. No, down. Weakling the weakling. He could probably mop this guy up though. Well, that guy's now only hitting for one, right? So we probably want to attack that guy. Unless we can get him sort of away from everyone else. Ow, crunch. How's my dude doing? And he seems to be doing okay. That guy was going to go next, and I don't want him to. I kind of don't want that guy going next either, but we can't walk that far, so we may as well knock this guy out. Yes. Knock him out. Out you go, mate. Can we whirlwind those idiots? Maybe I should be doing that. Strikes adjacent enemies. Okay. He's on 1. He's on 4. He's on 4. He's on 2. He's next and probably hitting Eric the weakling, which is fine. That guy's afterwards. And then eventually that guy. Okay, so we do want to be killing that guy. Oh, he ran through him. Tricky. Oh, he's on 1. His turn's next. And that guy. Just get Eric a kill. Right, once we go down to 1 person, changes their attacks, right? Pillage. Get him, mate. Hang on. Let's walk over this way. That way we can open this part up for someone else to come through. I like the combat. Type team turn-based, no matter how many people in the party. Tempered by blood, pain, and resolve. Good work, Gunnell. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Vongne. Next for Val Kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? The things make a little more sense. You'd hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here with royal guests arrive. Not me, the governor. I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favour? No, I've done enough. What is it? If you happen to stall our guest down by the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go greet the new arrivals down at the docks. Do I need to save? Was it save automatically? I didn't get to pick a difficulty. Is there difficulty in this? It didn't let me pick. Oh, I'm playing on normal. Should I be playing on normal? Bonnier. Familiar Val steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And if there is Vongne, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old yokes. At what age do you lose the sense of shame? Jorundra demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Arborang, in fact. And glad for it. Hakon motions the other ships in the bay, sail still fluttering. Golden Wolfhead emblazons on red. The king of men. Or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. King's son, Luden. Don't you know, Scrivener? When we visit his capital, he visits ours. That's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. And you're going to Grofheim. I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the price is a delight to behold. Where's Mogra, Hakon? Have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading to meet the governor. A host of giants departs in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm heading off to find Mogra. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Luden looks for all the world sort of boy who grew up pulling his legs from spiders. Pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Weariness suddenly settles in, you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke of so highly. Huh. Well, we should probably, if we're going with them, I'd rather talk to Hakon. Maybe we can do more than one. Scrivener. You find Hakon in the mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to the Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. And guess if I only lived as long as a Yox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Oh, we can go see the prince as well. Is this the right place? Yeah, you find the prince at the inn, guards blanketing the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Luden. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Luden. Yes, you're with Wagner. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you. Back to Grofheim with my guards. Luden looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I worked for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Interesting. Just to introduce myself. I collect taxes for the Varl territories. A true pleasure. Yes. An awkwardness hangs in the air like thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Should have asked him to talk about himself, maybe. But I thought that's a bit sort of, oh, talk about yourself. You know, maybe the introduction is more like the noble thing. They like that I'm going to be with you. Oh, well. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Hey, Mum Chilo, how you doing? Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Luden and his men appear, groggy and dishevelled. Mulgra steps forward, his quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Mulgra and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd. There's nothing of that sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Bye, Strand. Oh, down supplies. Morale declined. Sing a song then. Caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mulgra, cracking open mead casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Drink a little, drink a lot. Toast to Vognir. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between Man and Val. The others join in. Loon's expression is like a stone wall. The others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually you sit down beside Vognir. Chat. Let's chat. Thanks for the speech. Slows Vognir. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Mogra, I thought a damned governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, turns out. I'd have given the job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Luden? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arborum on his own. And I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like Hakon. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Ha! Ha! Don't you miss the fight, Uben? You down your mead instead of replying. Rogner slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge. But this... Pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Oh, really? Imagine one of these, like, trying to force between human, you know, how do you... That's gonna hurt someone. Used to be, warriors would follow you for what you'd done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Val. They've always been muddy, Vonya. Vonya stares in the campfire lost in thought, and you leave him to it. We're a wise old eggplant. You rise groggily. Campsite a casualty of merriment. Roger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Luden stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up. You nudge Bongir. You're needed. Go to bed, man. Come on, Come on. Get heavy on my lap. Good dog. Ah, it's Luden. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. How many dredge we kill so far? We've only had I've had 2 fights. Bongni releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Ah, we're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. Show me the map. This is a map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan and using your mouse wheel to zoom. So Strand was like down here. We've gone here in 1 day. So it's like what? 2 weeks? Yeah, that's the caravan. World map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. Okay. Tistel. Deep in the overgrown thickets, early explorers found odd patches of prickly plants. Miserable, stinging and clawing barbs that left a rash and a fever. Generations later, a few eccentrics would discover these seasonal berries that grew upon the barbs would eventually sell for a high price in certain markets. Oh, that's interesting. When you're finished researching the world map, click this button to return to travel camp. Okay, yep. We head north, then east, then south and west, then back and again, and over the hill. For Grofheim's far from Strand, going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luton. Why not take the ships to Germstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. Would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skyrim instead. Half-sunken city crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Ludin exhales through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off too. Ludin's got a shorter wick than Con. Thanks, Vognir. Let's get moving. Another half day to Verdrufell if we're lucky. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve caravan's morale. High morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back on the road. Let's have a look in here. What do we got? Is Ludin any good? And where's me? Why am I not in here? Mogger the Shield Master. Okay. No one has points available. Time to go.
Verdrufell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
I have a promo? Oh, really? Okay. Remind me about it before I get to a point where I can't use it. And we can do it. By Hadwog, that's a lot of Val for some missing cattle. I don't think we're here for your missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? We wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up in the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can't hoist a whole cow by himself. Scalfings out here, maybe. Could they have Val working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around the camp and get set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about the caravan, as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of Val? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. Really thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Ludin? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Congrats, Naughty Pine. Hey Ludin, you're in trouble, mate. Clicking any tile will automatically make a path. You can set waypoints. Click once to make a waypoint. I don't want to. I select the next one. I don't want him to go up and do that. I want him to run away because he's... Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with enemies. Ah, aha, I like this. Now click the enemy to target. Reach enemy armor higher than your strength. There's a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack this enemy's strength. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Is he dead now? I mean, it's his own fault. Okay, so he's next. And then the big boy. The big boy just had a turn though. Why is he getting 2 turns in a row? Added strength and armor damage to target and adjacent enemies. Probably want to be setting up there and then bring him into there. I wonder if I should have gone there and then I'd set him up on this side and then he wouldn't have been able to walk far enough. I mean, I could walk him around. Oh, he would have been able to walk that way anyway. Okay, that's fine then. No, nothing really exciting. Well, yeah. This guy in the story decided to go off and fight these 3 idiots by himself for some reason and got himself killed. Looting the human prince we didn't really care much for. Break the damage, target +1 return. Huh. So, getting their strength lower increases their chance to miss us. Wow, he's getting low. Dude, you're getting bullied. have to do big damage next, otherwise potentially could be in trouble. Wait, am I going to hit my own dude? That doesn't seem right. Normal strength damage to 2 adjacent enemies going clockwise from target. Why would I hit my own? This is kind of funny if it does. Oh, he's getting... That's retaliation. Okay, who's next? That idiot. Is my dude gonna die? Did I kill my dude? He's down in combat. This is not looking good at all. If we can make it harder for these guys, maybe. We take out the big guy. Not quite. We take out that guy though. We get pillage, they move. My dude. Alright, wail on him. Punish him. I got a promo there, nice. Okay, nice. Enough has been injured. We'll need to rest. We'll do the promos as well. Trying to get yourself killed, Luden. What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You've never seen a dredge before, boy. What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakon goes to where Vogny lies face down. Future Viking lies motionless aside from a spreading pool of blood. Vogny's dead.